very, very funny. It is not Depeche Mode. Sorry. It's not Depeche Mode. That is a very good guess, though. It does sound like it. It's a band called Editors, and I picked up their first CD, The Back Room. I picked it up for $1 at a flea market the other week. It's very good, very, very good. This is a good CD. I am be reviewing it for my site soon. Anyway, hello chat. It is your favorite streamer, as always, Merito. To be perfectly honest, I don't know where the fuck I've been. This is kind of like a feeling that I used to get when I would work and like be exhausted. I'm like, I don't know where I've been the last week. For whatever reason, it came back this week. But I have been up to a whole lot. Just a bunch of big projects, bunch of little projects, art, all that good stuff. I don't really have anything to show off. You are my only streamer. I'm honored. That's okay. Streamers are gay. The only one that I watch is mad at the internet. Anyway, yeah, so I don't really have a big intro or anything this time. So I'm instead just going to, I guess, get into the game. If my controller would like to work. There we go. All right, let's transition. I know. Normally, I actually, you know what? I might as well just stick around for, like a couple minutes just to let people get settled in. Somnolians haven't shown up yet, for example. I always got to make sure my clock battery is still working. This PS2 is 25 years old, and the battery in it is still good. I hope it stays good. I hope this is the one battery in history that never has to be changed, because I've heard they're a major pain in the ass to change, and I would do it, but I don't want to. So, but the battery in it is still good for right now. And cubes, I know, that's enthralling. But yeah, how's the last week of your life been, chat? Is that really all I have on some memory card? Huh. I've got to get somebody to make a set for Rocks the 360. Now that I've beaten the Guitar Hero 2 and 80 set, I gotta get someone to do that so I can play my own hack and get points for it. That sounds exciting to me, I suppose. I'm up to productivity at the library with my laptop, job hunting, easier to focus on it there. Yeah, no, I mean, sometimes the best thing to do is to get out of the house, Pop the disc in. Things were going well at the start, but I have lost motivation lately. That sucks. I've been there. That's all good. Yeah, like I said, I don't know where I've been specifically, like in terms of, just like, I guess my focus. I don't know. Things have also been a little shaky with Kebby lately, so maybe that has something to do with it. Where is my phone charger? There we go. Because I got to charge it while I play. Yeah, there we go. But that's all right. Things are going well. Oh, I'll tell you what I did do. I did buy my plane tickets for the next trip. So it's going to be, I believe, July 13th to August 24th I'll be gone, something like that. So that'll be a solid, 6 streams or whatever. Yeah, everything will work out fine. Everything is all good. It's all good. But yeah, so that's going to be 6 weeks where I'm not going to be here in Pennsylvania. I will be over there. And I'll still stream over there, I'm sure. But I don't know. Maybe I'll have a week or whatever. I guess it depends. If we go to I don't know, Eastern England or whatever and go dick around in a big castle or something for a week, that might cause me to miss out on a stream. Unless I want to become an IRL streamer. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll make my highly anticipated transition into being a what do they call them? IP2 streamers? I know that you can't hear. Actually, yes, you can hear it. Okay, let me go ahead and switch TV over. Turn the stereo on. There we go. I'm replaying this game now. Hello, Matthias. This is my first time playing it, and it's been, I don't know how to describe it. It's been an adventure with this This big world that's enthralling, and also I don't really know what I'm doing ever. And there's been plenty of times where Moon has been like, hey, idiot, it's fucking over there. You gotta go over there. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I have holes in my brain. Oh yeah, one thing I did do, actually, is I went back and grabbed a whole bunch more of the Scoutfly power cells. And the reason for that being, I did not know that you could do the ground stomp to break the boxes. I thought that you had to use eco to break the boxes. So, as a result, I would just be like, oh, maybe there's like some long-lasting eco I'll get later on in the game. Because I've seen games do that where they're like, you know, there's unlockables or collectibles like right in your face, but you can't get to them yet. Metroidvanias like to do that. So I thought that was what was going on here. Again, I have holes in my brain, so I didn't realize that you could just do the ground pounce and break the boxes for the scout flies. So as a result, afterwards, I'm like, well, I feel kind of bad. So, and I was having fun, and I still had the game open, so I kept it open in the OBS little preview window, and I just played a little bit, getting some of the scout flies that I missed, and hopefully moving us along a little bit more. So if you see from last time, we have a couple more power cells. And I think I also got, yeah, I got one more Oracle power cell. Imagine knowing what you're doing. Moon says he's never played this. That's crazy. I guess we're enjoying it together. I know that I could do the teleporty thing, but the exercise is good. Okay. Plus, it's I don't know, it's more fun this way. Hello, just got done eating dinner. Hello, Savannah. Leftover chicken made on the smoker. Wow, you're grilling up a storm. You are grilling up a storm. Craziest part is I saw the hint saying you could break the boxes with the jump, but since you weren't doing it, I assumed I misremembered. See, autism is contagious. This is why we need to. This is why I don't know. Trump needs to do something about all the spurts, because evidently they are a danger to themselves and others. I love the hop. If you hop, it goes faster. Trust me. My dad works at Nintendo. Fuck! Oh shit. There we go. Everything I've eaten lately has been grilled. That does sound good though. That sounds like the life right there. But yeah, anyway, now that we have the 45 power cells, I can get the guru out of his cave, and we can finally move this shit show along. I'm not going to be going for 100%. I don't go for 100% on stream just because that sounds boring as shit for you guys. I don't know. Like I said, I thought about going back for Ratchet and Clank, both of them to be honest, but I just didn't bother. But yeah. Yeah. See, I'm just stupid, chat. Well, Spyro is the only good 100% for streaming. I will stream Spyro at some point, I think. That sounds like a good time. To be honest, what I was thinking is this is going to be the second year where I've streamed every single week, you know? So last year, obviously, we beat the Sly Trilogy. We did the first Ratchet and Clank. And then this year has been Pac-Man World 3, the second Ratchet and Clank, now Jak and Daxter. And I think I want to do Pac-Man World 2 still. And I don't know. That's not going to take us to the end of the year. So I'm sure that there's other things that I could be playing. But what I was thinking was, because, I mean, there's plenty of, you know, 3D platformers and stuff that I could be playing on stream. But what I was thinking was, what if I turned it over to chat? What if I said, hey, Somnolescent, I am only going to be streaming games you want me to stream this year. That actually sounds fucking painful. I don't know if I'll be doing it quite that hard line, but, you know. And I know which games people are going to give me. It's going to be Spyro and Okami, but that's perfectly fine. I feel like it would be a good enough time, you know. Anyway, so how do I... Is there a circle button? Yes.
Great! You have the cells for the machine. They ought to provide enough power to lift that boulder. There we go.
It's dangerous to give me an in. Might say something dumb like Ape Escape. I've never played Ape Escape. I should give it a shot. You know what I should do? More PlayStation demo disc streams. I have never actually done any PS1 demo discs. What the fuck just happened? Is there a reason everything looks exactly the same? Oh, she did. Oh, that's right. Yeah, she got the orb. Okay. Alright, let's do this. But yeah, no, I should definitely do more demo disc streams and just familiarize myself with some of the classics. Crash Twinsanity is good fun. See, that's surprising, because the supposedly good Crash games I was never into. And then here's a random PS2 game made by Naughty Dog, and apparently it's pretty fun. That's fun. Okay. Now, this should be impossible, I should say, because we are on lava, and he's not wearing shoes, so this is impossible. This can't happen. Just so you know, do not attempt this at home. This is dangerous. Especially don't hop into the lava like that. That's stupid. I think it's sloppier in comparison, but I prefer it. It's what you know. It's what you know. Anyway, so what the fuck do I do? Do I just wait until he stops throwing rocks? Fuck. Dude, the delayed double jump is gonna fuck me in the ass forever and ever. Crash Tag Team Racing. I only know the actual Crash Team Racing, which I own, but I don't think I've played more than 10 minutes of. Okay, now what is he doing? Where is he going? Am I just supposed to... What's going on here? Alright, now he's shooting rocks again. Ah, motherfucker. I'm telling you, the double jump being delayed is not like any game I've ever played. It's weird. Basically, the gimmick is you can combine your cars with other racers to become more powerful. Okay, so it's Mario Kart Double Dash. That sounds fun. Oh, there's Eco. See that, Eco? Yeah! That's cute. I like that. Oh, and then there's yellow Eco. Alright. Alright, I understand chat. You motherfucker. Really? Yeah, you're a little late on that. I did notice that right after you said that. Or right before you said that. But thank you, I appreciate it. First try, first try. This is the run, chat. This is the run. First try, come on. We got this. First try. Oh, I don't think I'm supposed to stand on that rock. Whoa! Hey! What the fuck was that? Have I tried Space Race? I've never heard of Space Race. What the fuck was that? Why did I duck? I'm so confused. Okay. Yeah, no, a Looney Tunes cart game does sound vaguely familiar. Man, everybody had their own cart game for a bit. I know Garfield cart became a meme. That was a thing. That's another thing I should do. If I keep up this streaming thing for like a couple years or whatever, maybe I'll do that at some point where I start playing more Steam games as well, because my Steam account has been horrifically what's the word? Where it's been... do I run away now? I guess I run away now. Okay. It was on Dreamcast and later on PS2. Man, why am I suddenly fucking up this word? Good morning, DCB. Neglected. I don't think that was the word I was looking for. Maybe it was. Neglected. But my Steam account has been very, very neglected. The only thing I play anymore is Half-Life 2 Deathmatch. So, once I upgrade my PC, I'd like to get back into playing Steam games a little bit more. And of course, not... Oh, God, by the way, I jumped. Not just like modern, 2020s games, but there's still plenty of 2010s games that I've not touched. So, only so much time in, time in the world. It is nice that I've been feeling so productive with projects right now, though, because I'm not going to have this much free time forever. So I might as well make good use of it now. And I actually have been, because I told you guys about the story generator thing that I had built. And now I've actually been working on, I decided I was going to do this earlier today, a mood-based search, basically, for my album reviews. Because I just hit 150 album reviews, right? Because that's what I do on my site. I review albums and stuff. I just hit 150 of those, and I realize if you don't recognize names, how difficult it is to find anything good in there. So what I came up with a long time ago and then didn't implement was kind of like a Pandora-like mood match, where you could do a search for female singer, dark, noisy, for example, and whatever albums would match that sonic profile, you would get back in a search. I feel like that would be a really good way to help people actually find things in the gigantic mess of album reviews that I've got. I just got to figure out how best to do the tagging, and otherwise the actual search is going to be pretty rudimentary. It's like there's a term for it. It's like database normalization, where you set up your database in a way that lets you do these kinds of like more complicated searches. So it's like a whole concept, So that's something that I'm going to work on, and I'll probably get it built pretty quick, because that's what I do. I just do these things quickly. Helps having all the free time in the world, but I've got free time for another month and a half after this, so... And then obviously the 6 weeks while I'm in Wales, and then probably a little bit afterwards while I look for a job. So, I'll get up to some cool shit this year. I might as well do that now, and then, I don't know, spend the rest of my days just playing video games. Okay, that's it. If Daxter... Did you see that? Daxter fell in the lava? That's funny. He fell in the lava and then teleported onto my chest. That motherfucker should be burnt to a crisp. Fucking cheats. And of course he never gets hurt. I'm gonna be such a cool wolf this summer, DCB, you so should. June 12th, mark your calendars. June 12th. I don't know why you're marking your calendars, but mark them. Just saying. Oddsels are famously immune to lava. He's immune to consequences. That's what he is. think I'm doing okay. I just gotta not fall in the lava. Getting the run energy from this. Send me your energy, chat. Send me your energy. This is your run. Ah, he comes back. That motherfucker. Oh, man. It was not the run. I got a Himalayan salt lamp today. I've been wanting one for years. It's a rock. That's neat. Those are neat. I think there's a setting in Flux that lets you mimic the colors of a Himalayan salt lamp. Ow. Maybe I should pay attention and not read chat. It's USB powered. Everything good in the world is USB powered. Run. I don't know, I'm not quite feeling it. I don't think this is the run. Can we get a poll going? Can moderators do polls? Moderators. This could be the run. This has the potential to be the run. There is a theoretical probability that this is the run. That. New poll, is this the run? There you go. The proper way to do polls. Whoa, okay. Turns out it actually was the run. Fuck yeah. I meant to do that. First try. You know, if only I had 3D glasses right now. My depth perception sucks, and it could be that there's only one image being rendered. It'd be great if there was 2 images being rendered, much like Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves. Are they making thief noises at me?
Those lurkers must be headed for a detonator at the end of the canyon. If they reach it before you do, they'll blow up the entire pass. You've got to beat them there and destroy the detonator, or it's all over.
You hear that, chat? Gotta go, 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 or it's all over. Get. speaking of salt lamps. Fuck. Damn it. Oh shit. The explosives are an insta-kill. No, they're not. I just only had 1 hit point. See, contrary to popular belief, this game is not hard. I'm just bad at it. I've still got, I don't know, I'm in Guitar Hero mode, if I'm perfectly honest. I'm in Guitar Hero mode these days. Fuck. Idiot. I've only got 1 song left to 5-star, by the way, for Guitar Hero 2, and then I'll have mastered the entire, first off, 5-starred the entire game, but mastered the entire set on retro achievements as well. And that's Jordan. And would you believe that I'm learning even more how to tap just to pass this? Because there's 2... There we go. There we go. Gotta get your scout flies in.
We did it! We stopped them from blowing up the...
Video games fundamentally aren't hard, as video games are a subjective matter. What's hard is getting a degree or raising a stable family.
You beat them to the detonator. The Red Sage's lab is just ahead. Go turn on the teleport
This
gate
cave
so we
is
can
cool
join
as
you.
shit, though. But yeah. Because there's 2 difficult parts of Jordan, which, I don't know, maybe I'll show it off at the end of the stream or something. But there's 2 difficult parts of Jordan. Solo B and Solo C are the really difficult parts. Solo B, I think, is probably the easier of the 2. Again, subjectively speaking, it's 15 notes per second, but that doesn't mean anything. Solo C is a bunch of fast sweeping. Solo B is mostly trills that you can tap. So I was like, well, you know what? Solo B is probably my best chance. And then I'll just cheese Solo C with star power. And then after that, I should be able to 5-star. And then after 18 years of owning this game,
Oh,
You know?
I always wonder if I'm losing body parts in those things. Holy yakkow! The Red Sage's lab looks worse than the Blues.
Well, it definitely looks as though there's been a struggle here.
I'd hardly call it struggle. Would you, dear sister?
Certainly not.
oh, good
The Red
lord.
Sage gave up with so little effort. No fun at all.
Joel? Is that you? You've finally gone off the deep end, eh? And Maya, I told you the Dark Eco would affect you both.
Oh my
Nobody
goodness.
ever listens to old Samos. What have you 2 done with the Blue and Red Sages?
Don't worry about your color.
See, again, I think it's just funny how, like, all the dudes look
Perfectly safe
weird to
and
normal, and all the girls are just like, boobs,
special, yes.
2-inch
They have
waistlines,
graciously
boobs.
agreed to help us on a little project.
You were wrong, Samos.
Why does the brother look like an old man while the sister looks young? Because we all know that old women don't exist.
And now we can reshape the world to our liking.
You can't control Dark Eco by itself. Even the Precursors.
Until now, we've had to scrape by with what little Dark Eco we could find near the surface. But soon, we will have access to the vast stores of Dark Eco hidden deep underground.
What about the bird? Oh, what about the bird lady? She's an exception.
Yes, the silos. A million will be opened, and all the dark ego of the world will be ours.
Hi, Newhouse. The beach that makes you old. I got to tell you about this beach, man. It made me old.
We've got
Look at me, dude.
plans for you.
I'm old as hell. I think it's because I went to the beach that makes you old.
Wait a minute! That was Gull? The same Gull who's supposed to change me back? Gull is the guy trying to kill us? I'm doomed.
I wasn't old, and now I'm old.
If they open the silos, the Dark Eco will twist and destroy everything it touches. We simply must get to their citadel to stop them.
The fastest way there is through the lava tube at the bottom of this crater. A few more power cells and your Zoomer's heat shield should get you across the lava safely.
All right, my boy. You know what to do. Take the flea bag and go round up more power cells.
Alright, you heard him.
Maya and Gull have gotten in over their heads.
As I fight with the camera. Fleabag. How insulting. Kevy! Hello! That anime girl sounds like Ash Ketchum. She might be Ash Ketchum. I think Ash was voiced by a girl in the dub. And it's true. Daxter doesn't have fleas. Yet. Sorry, I appear to have gotten turned around. I got it twisted, chap. And I did not win. It's not my fault these two bridges look exactly the fucking same. Alrighty, let's see what we got.
This gondola seems to be malfunctioning. I'll try to work on it and get it running again.
Man, this place looks dangerous. Usually if you see that pouring out of a hole in the ground, you run the fuck away. Because you're in Centralia, but, you know. One huge benefit to not being furries. Imagine the amount of care having fur takes. And this is why people very rarely bathe their pets, because it sucks. Ooh. Hello.
Hey, Gordy, I think we got visitors. You think, Willard? Howdy, strangers. Passing through.
Dude, that fire effect is fucking killer.
Nothing to see here. I thought you said this was a
This is the power of the PlayStation 2, by the way.
Willard!
Actually, we want power cells, not gems.
We got 4 of them. You want them?
Mooney's gonna need a bath, but we're putting it off to avoid stressing her. Sherlock is eating the critical care out of her beard, and now she has a bald spot. See, one thing that I've learned from being with Kebby is that
Where have I
guinea
heard
pigs
that
have
before?
no adverse effects to eating hair whatsoever. I think it's because they have a second stomach, and the hair goes in there. That's why they can do that and you can't.
Digging to figure that out. Gordy, wouldn't it take less time if you done too?
You know that's why they put the camera right here in the spot, by the way, to show off how the flame effects. That's exactly what they did. Anyway, what was I supposed to do with them? Bring 90 orbs to the miners. Alright. See, something kind of fun about the PS2 is, you know, people always talk about it being difficult to program. They don't ever really say why, and they don't ever really say what the benefits of the chip are. But one of the benefits to the emotion engine is the crazy fill rate that you can actually have as far as... I might be misremembering, but I think it's moving things in and out of, or like the ability to like layer things and process things on the screen. Here's the Oracle for giving more orbs.
Seek the pure light, for within its flame.
But that's why the PS2 could do like crazy like flame and fog effects, and when those games would get ported over to like the Xbox or the GameCube, they didn't quite have the ability to do the fill rate that the PS2 did, so their effects had to be massively simplified. Normally, trying to overlay things on screen is incredibly expensive, there's a term for it. It's called overdraw. So overdraw is where you have like the flame, like the steam effects, for example. That requires multiple passes to render. You're rendering the lava, and then you're rendering the steam, and then you're probably rendering all of the ember effects on top. And the PS2 has just a really crazy, like the Emotion Engine has the ability to move and layer stuff like much quicker than other consoles, which is a big reason why you see those kinds of effects on the PS2, at least from developers that know what they're doing. You know, otherwise it just looked like bad Dreamcast games. But can it beat blast processing? Okay, so far we've gotten orbs, and then scoutflies. So I'm really just
Guys,
looking for...
By my calculations, it's going to take 72 power cells to fuel the heat shield against the lava on the way to Gaul and Maya's citadel.
So 72. So I am missing 21. Can I just ride this? I can. Well, fuck yeah. Walk-ins for chumps. I'm sorry, are they just going in circles? I don't think this is how a mine shaft works. I don't think that's how minecarts work. Minecarts are cool, though. Wow, I can't believe it's Minecraft. The John Minecraft. Oh! You bitch. This is the one game in history that actually put the fucking... It made the space between the planks not solid. Wow. Thanks, Naughty Dog. Very cool. It's how they work in movies. It's true. It's very, very true. Minecraft PS2. I think I did see somebody trying to make Minecraft for the PS1. Of course, none of these projects do anything more than recreate Minecraft Classic, but that's cool, I guess. Actually, what I saw recently that was really cool, and I hope that I really hope that it goes somewhere good, is that somebody was apparently working on a port of Quake for the PlayStation. Which, if you know anything about Quake's history, Quake was released for the Saturn and the N64, but not the PlayStation. But the PlayStation did get Quake 2. So, somebody's finally righting that massive fucking wrong. I'm very happy about that, but I couldn't find a way to build it, or I couldn't find a way to try the build out without building it. And apparently it only runs at like 15 FPS, and there's a bunch of visual glitches and stuff with it so far. Saturn Quake was disgusting, but Saturn Quake was kind of funny. Because it wasn't even Quake, it was Power Slave skinned to look like Quake. Which is novel, don't get me wrong. I don't know why the Saturn ate so much shit when it came to FPS games. Was there a good FPS game on the Saturn? Because I don't know, maybe Power Slave was. But there was motherfucking Doom for the Saturn, which sucked. There was Quake for the Saturn, which sucked. I'm just going to ignore them. If I can't reach them, I'm just going to ignore them. They don't exist. The Saturn is such a funny console. And what's great, too, is that it's funny to see, like, people who only exist in a Nintendo bubble finally go, wow, this Saturn thing is so crazy. How come it never got the recognition it deserved? It's like, babe, did you see what the Saturn did in Japan? Do you see that, like, 90% of the good games for the Saturn are, like, Japan only? Oh, fuck. The reason why PS1 got Quake 2 but not 1 was because the guys who ported 2 wanted to flex. That's as good a reason as any. I don't think I'm supposed to be able to make it over this gap. Yeah, I don't think so. Hello, I think there's supposed to be something here. But I totally believe it. Oh, wow. Wow, that was close. I think I already told you. They wanted to do PS1 Half-Life next, but wound up doing PS2 Half-Life. Wasn't PS2 Half-Life Gearbox? This level reminds me of Okami. Ah, Cabby, if only you caught slightly earlier in the stream. Should I finish Daxter for the PSP? I can't vouch for Daxter for the PSP, but it is kind of neat. Yeah, it might be. There's probably some level of truth to it, but yeah. What was going on earlier in the stream? Wouldn't you like to know? Fuck.
Well, better you than me.
Daxter, you fucking. I have to remind myself I'm streaming and I can't say gamer words. Something Okami coded. I didn't know. What I had actually said was that I was debating letting you guys pick what I'm doing for yeah, him talking about taking suggestions. Yeah, letting you guys pick what I stream next year, because we are going to eventually, I mean, we're rapidly coming up on that, run out of 3D platformers that I physically own, and I'm going to need to go find more from the 3D platformer store. So, you know. Oh, can I make that jump? Okay, I can. Should play Okami. I'll play Okami. Oh! Falling damage. I do have to give props to Sega for doing plastic cases back when everyone was still doing cardboard. The Genesis cases were fucking great. Like, they feel sturdy as all fuck. Meanwhile, Nintendo games, you can't find Nintendo games in box anymore. Everybody threw that cardboard shit out. The Genesis, those snap cases though, Kino. Also, you missed a yellow eco. I suggest Spyro. Spyro is the easy one. I already know I like Spyro. GBA cases are amazing.
Looks like it hurt. Should I call for backup?
Daxter, we're floating in mid-air. It's the power of his snark that lets him float in mid-air. Let's go this way. I'm bored. You're supposed to use the yellow eco. I'm not seeing the yellow eco. I'll go looking for it again. There are 3D platform... Guys, it wasn't as serious, I have to go to the store. I mean, like, go find more 3D platformers to play, because that seems to be the kind of game that goes over the best on stream. It's up the cliff before the rotating platforms. Noted, noted. Oh, that? Bitch, that looks like a fire. I got so far.
While you're down there,
Hey, it looks like he's teabagging me. You guys saw that, right? Daxter borderline put his junk in my face. I don't swing that way, buddy boy. Looks? Maybe he did. Maybe he did. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, because in normalized society, we call that sexual assault. I guess what happens in caves of death stays in caves of death? 3D platformers are complex enough for both streamer and chat to make comments, but not so complicated that we all go totes cray watching you run around in circles after downing 2 energy drinks. See, I could prove you wrong. It was the first Jak and Daxter stream I did.
Maybe you can shoot better if you aim through your goggles.
Daxter, do you want to play? Do you just want to do this for me? If you could do it so much better, maybe you could just do it. The goggles, they do nothing. I mean, I haven't even plunged the depths of like the GameCube and Wii, which I could also stream from hardware. I own a Wii and I have the hookups to stream it, so I could be doing Wii and GameCube games as well. I think I even did that. Now you're playing Daxter and Jak awkwardly follows her. See, that would be kind of cute. That's how Daxter for the PSP should have been. It's also the challenge of suggesting games you're autistic about, because you forget how much autistic secret knowledge you have, and it makes watching someone else play it occasionally distressing. See, I have to imagine what somebody who actually knows this game watching me play it, what challenges they must feel internally. As this idiot goes, that's not an eco vent, that's a fire, and passes by it and then gets his ass kicked by spiders. Ooh, that's a cool effect. Guys, rate the goo. I rate this 10 out of 10. I wouldn't drink it, but that's cool as shit. That's not goo. That's a GeoCities GIF background. To be perfectly honest, I would have that on my site. I would. Thankfully, I know nothing. Well, okay. That's all good then. Cool goo looks absolutely nasty for drinking. See, that's the thing. I wouldn't drink it, but would I have it on my shelf?
Hit a crystal to get some light.
Oh, man. It's dark in here. Alright. Well, unfortunately, I'm afraid of the dark, chat, so we are just going to leave. I know nothing, just in general. Brain wiped. That's okay. You know what they say about smooth brains? It's cute, it's round. Bad thoughts that just bounce right off. Whoa, look at that fucking thing. Are you... ah!
Run away! That crystal's gonna blow!
Oh! I almost had that. I cope by reminding myself how much of a cool wolf I am. If you're so much of a cool wolf, then name 5 of their albums, okay? It's the same sound effect as the crates. I can believe it's literally the same sound effect. Naughty Dog and Insomniac shared a bunch of shit back in the day. I remember Ratchet and Clank got in a little bit of hot water because people were like, how much of Naughty Dog's renderer code did you just steal? Or did they just give you? And they went, like, a little bit of it. It's not like they built the game for us. A woo 2, a woo 3. Cool wolf anthems. I assume there's supposed to be a way to actually pass that, to go through here. That goo is mesmerizing. I'm finding it hard to do these jumps because I'm too busy looking at the cool goo. Cool wolf, more like cool goo. A whoa, a woo, a woo, a woo. Cool goo, it's so cool. Look at that shit. It's like a lava lamp you don't need electricity for. More like, oh, notices your goo. Don't notice my goo, by the way. That's weird. Seriously, it was... What was I supposed to do? I broke the crystal. What else was I supposed to do up here? Anything? It looks like when you fuck with the colors in Roblox. Go to the dark area. But I'm scared of the dark. And punch the crystals. Oh, I see. Okay, I see. I see. Alright, chat. My brain isn't beginning. I got this. First try. Check this shit out, right? Whoa! Okay, that's also fucking cool. This part of the game looks so fucking cool. What's going on here?
Don't let the lights go out.
Why, you scared? You scared, Daxter? Fuck. You really want to piece out this goo gift when you fell in the goo. Oh, come the fuck on. When I break crates, I'm gonna do the ground smash because at least that doesn't launch me off the fucking edge. Yeah. Oh yeah. Get up there. No, I've never played a Dark Souls game. I live in a cave. Kind of like this. No! It's dark! This is the Dark Souls of Jak and Daxter. Whoa! Maybe it actually is. I don't know. That sounds about right. By the way, am I able to touch this? Is this dangerous goo? No, it's water. Wow, I can swim. There's a thing down there. Can I touch the bottom? Up! Boom. Break the ratchet crate disguised as a crystal. There we go. Whoa, swimming. Why can't I be autistic about something useful right now? I don't know what that would be, man. I mean, we're playing Jak and Daxter. I'm an elf boy right now. I don't think anybody in this chat is doing anything useful at the moment. I think you should do what you want to do. Hello, Tress. Are you doing OneDrive backups? Because Kebby says the internet is shit right now. Okay, I am not going to trust the platforms that fall. This is a game about elves fighting furries. I'm not doing OneDrive backups. Okay, good, good. Fortunately, I cannot be of any greater help, Kebby. Sorry. Oh shit. Anime versus fur. Is that the new art fight theme? No! Oh shit. Oh! Pro gamer moves. I'm tweaking right now. Shit, I wish I had some ghosts. I wish I had some ghosts right now. I would tweak with you guys. That'd be great. That would be great. That would be an iconic fight. I really hope they don't do Arctic versus Tropic this year. Like, don't do it while I'm not here. Communal tweaking. Circle tweaking. Cooperative tweaking. Baja Blasting it, boyos. The stuff hasn't opened yet, so I assume you missed something on the dark path. Three-way fight, Anthro versus Feral versus human artists. I'm almost good at one of those. Alright. I'll go back through the dark path. I mean, that really would be just my luck with that fucking site, right? Is like the one theme that I really wanted they don't have for years, and then the one year I don't plan on participating, then they actually do it. Oh man, hold on. White trash bag. Hallway. Okay, I'm going to need to step out for just 2 minutes. So let me... Actually, maybe this would be a good time. Hello, Moto! This would be a good time, actually. To... Yeah. I forgot that I could do this. I'm actually going to do exactly this. Media file. Actually, make it 2. Noted, noted. New source. Good lord. Hello, Moto! Alright, yeah, hold on. So, let's do... Aren't you popular? It's just my mom. She's asking me to do stuff real quick. That's fine. I do see that chat's popping off and I got 10 viewers, so it's unfortunate that I have to step out very, very briefly. But it should be alright. Okay. So, yeah, I will be right. Alrighty, and we return. Okay. Sorry about that. The instrumental of Summer in the City is welcome. So I've just had that in my files for freaking for ages now, and I'm like, I should really set my intermission screen up with that music. Should I not? I think it was a good addition. So now anytime I need to step out, there you go. It'll start up. So anyway, getting back to the game. Okay. Okay. Intermission from Marito. Now it's dark. Fuck. See, that's why this isn't OSHA compliant at all. They gotta put lights down here, because otherwise you fall off a cliff and you fucking die. I'm just saying, it's not safe. They could do something about the spiders too, if I'm honest. Oh, we are pro gaming tonight, chat. They removed the lights after complaints from the spiders. Spiders don't have rights. You don't need to listen to spiders. Racism? Moderators? Fuck. Should have probably seen that coming. Should have probably seen that coming. By the way, can I just say that this pounce is Kino? This man smashes his head in just for you. Just because it's a box he's got to break. That's dedication. It's like when people learned that to make Yoshi stick his tongue out in Super Mario World, Mario just decks him in the head. I can believe it. All he can do is make "Kya" noises. That's all he can do. It's all about the little details, chap. Just remember, if you ever make a game, be sure to put in all the little details so it never comes out. This is good game development advice, by the way. Just saying. I have experience. It's dark. Get up. There we go. Now it's less dark. Good advice for anything is to never finish it. Leave it incomplete forever. You don't need to finish things. Finishing things is, you know what they say, spitters or quitters. I'm gonna make the jump back. Okay. Wait for it to come back around. I think Moon was right. Nope, I can't reach that. I guess that's not actually a path. This is a Roblox obby to me. I still have no idea what an obby is. I just know it's a word that people use. This is the Dark Souls of Super Mario Galaxy. Obby is short for obstacle course. Fuck!
I'm like, stretcher? Yuck. I think.
Fuck. Oh, see you later. Alright, well, I'm going to assume that pathway is cleared out. And we're going to... I don't know. We're going to go do something. Bye, Felicia. Stay woke, yeet. Get that Gucci breakfast. Oh, there's power cell. There's another one of them ratchet crystals. Yeet! Stay woke, be on fleet, and get that Gucci breakfast. Man. See, the funny thing is that kids go, oh man, adults are so embarrassing sometimes. It's so cringe. Adults know exactly what they're doing. And you too can do that as you get older. Nice. What was that to? Climb the Precursor platforms, I think was what that was to. Very neat. Very cool. Oops. Aw, what do you mean I'm... Oh, wait. Actually, I don't think I've been down here before. Fuck. I don't know if I've been down here before. Kids are cringe on accident. Adults are cringe on purpose. This is a good way to look at life. Oh, come on. What do you mean that didn't reach? I can make this jump. Yes, there we go. I didn't even have to do that little spin trick that the guy told me about once. Where you do the, like... Yeah, yeah. It didn't work there, but that's okay. Let's back this way. Shake the Wii remote. Babe. Oh, this goes right back to the, those things. That's right. Okay, yep, I do remember going down this way. So yes, I have been down there. That's exciting. Okay. It's very good. It's very, very good. You need to do the spin jump. Oh, I can do the spin jump into the spider's face. All it does is swing him around, but that's kind of funny that they actually intentionally programmed the spin kick to only to spin him around like that. That's funny. Man. Oh! Yeah! Hey, look, that worked! That's so cool. That's so cool. This is so cool, chat. I think I finally played enough of Jak and Daxter that I understand what the fuck's going on. For the longest time, I did not. And I walked away from every stream with a sense of confusion. Now I walk away from it with a sense of confused purpose. Is how I would put it. The cool wolf energy is so high right now. I'm not. I'm sober. But the cool wolf energy is. This is a cool area. It's very colorful. That's exactly what you want out of caves. You want colors. You want nice colors. Because otherwise, caves are just dark and desolate. There's a wolf. Ah woo, bitch. Oh, those platforms are in sync. That's frustrating. Mystic Cave Zone. It all comes back to Sonic the Hedgehog, really. If you think about it, video games were first invented with Sonic the Hedgehog. The caves I like the most are the ones where an old man rants to you about moon rocks. Is that a Ratchet and Clank reference? Oh shit. I keep doing that. I think it's an ice cave where an old man gives you an Elder Scroll inscribed. I'm pretty sure there's probably lots of examples of old men in caves in video games. It's probably like an archetype or something, you know? Putt-Putt goes to the moon portal too! Man, I'm telling you. Old men in caves? That's my new band. Old men in caves. 90% of Morrowind happens in caves. The old man gets eaten by a tentacle monster after opening a steampunk non-Euclidean box. It's a nice twist on the formula. It's so freaking true, DCB. I like that anytime there's like something mystical in this game, they call it Precursor. You got Precursor rings, Precursor platforms, these funky looking eggs, those are Precursor orbs. They don't even explain what Precursor means, but they're just like, it sounds cool. That's not a bit that actually happens in Skyrim. I will play Skyrim at some point. I mean, I have played it, but I will play through more of it. Worth it. Very cool. See, anytime you say very cool, you gotta say it like Nerd Crew. Very cool. Man, we got a lot of eggs right now. I could probably trade off some of these to some people. I mean, what do we got left? We're still missing some Dark Eco crystals, scout flies, and then there's 4 things that we have not even encountered yet. Which is strange, because it feels like I've explored everything. But I'm sure I haven't. To be fair, I don't think you broke the combat in Morrowind so much as the combat was never functional in Morrowind. Worth it. Oh, I don't think I've ever been down this way. It is tragic but understandable why they got rid of this chameleon enchantment in Skyrim. It does tend to break the game slightly. Oh, there's another one of them crystals. Run! Oh, fuck. Combat isn't broken in Morrowind, it's working as intended. I'm inclined to believe you. Well. You know, this is the way that people find new speedrun strats, is they suck at the game, and then have things explode on the same frame as they die. The Ratchet Old Man Moonrocks would be the guy in the Yeti area. Yeah. Yeah, him and his crazy fucking crystals. Okay, how do I get back? Is there a way to get back? Yes, with the spin kick. Seriously, this spin kick is useful. I don't use it as an actual attack, but I use it plenty to extend my jumps. Ow. How could he do this? Can you not attack him? Oh, you probably need eco, right? You probably need shooty eco. Something like that. Oh, this is different. Oh man, what are those? Oh, the growths. They're like pulsing. What happens if I touch one? Oh, they're eggs! Whoops. Oh man. Yeah, very cool. Alright, well, I'd love to stay in chat, guys, but, you know... Terraria Antlion eggs. There's probably a bunch of games where there's gross egg things. No, seriously. Well, okay, if I take damage first, I can kick his ass, but... Other than that... I don't know. I suppose I'll figure something out. Yeah, this spider tunnel, it's called. That's kind of fun. I like that there's just like a tiny little bit with a reward at the end. By the way, happy 53%. We're getting there. We're getting there, chat. Next week, I 100% the game. Oh. I guess I just have to wait longer. If I wait longer, he throws his gun in aggravation. And then I can kick his ass. Cammy waiting in Nvidia is not natural. It's really not. I don't do that. I don't do that waiting shit. I don't do that being patient shit. What do you mean? I gotta not do anything? But I'm the main character. Scoutfly box. Happy 11 watching now. You're so famous. Thank you for everyone who's gotten me to this point. You're the greatest. How do you plan to monetize the stream? Well, there's wisdom passed down in my family for generations. And they say, when in doubt, open a Patreon and a Redbubble. So many eggs. Mom ever asked me about working? I said, Mom, I'm a content creator now. I'm a streamer. Is that a reference to someone in specific? Yes, yes it is. Yes it is. Whoa! This is cool. This is a cool area. You notice that the sound effects disappear when you're near those flames? Isn't that weird? It says 11 watchers on my end, but the second one is slightly higher up than the first one. This is such a good website. There's nothing wrong with this website at all. Oh, wow. They're like, if Jak hops back into the hitbox for this platform, keep it deployed. Ouch. Ah. I love that. That's great. It's very, very cool. That's very, very cool. That is a very fun thing to do, Naughty Dog. Whoops. Could be the dynamic view count display doesn't work for me, but I know it sometimes does on videos. I have seen that, where they'll like make the text scroll in like a really fancy way. They'll make the number go up in a really fancy way. I've seen that. That's neat. Okay. Now, can this go up? I think I see something. Up. Yeah, there's another level. Oh. The roller mechanism got stuck. These don't get stuck, though. These just... I don't even know what they're for. They just kind of, like, roll forever. Yeah, there's sound effects that are getting missing sometimes. Specifically when my camera is right next to a fire, like, entity. Which is really weird. Are we still in? We're still in the spider cave. Okay, just checking. This game is kind of funky because the levels are a lot bigger, but then there's like little subsections to the levels, basically. It's pretty unlike a lot of games that I've played. I'm sure that was entirely on purpose, though. I keep expecting to turn him into an animal person for some reason. Maybe Sly Cooper vibes. I would like that. That would be pretty cool. Chat, what animal would he be? My money is on Otzel because that's the only animal I know that exists in this world. Ah! Otzel. Okay. Alright, just making sure we're all on the same page. Whoa! I didn't even see the fucking swingy thing. Oh, shit. Check this out. He's not going to die ever because he's constantly bouncing on the roller. If I was more on the ball, I would have made an Otzel Marv sprite. That does suit him. Maybe I was Daxter all along. Oh, shit. Maybe the real Daxter was the precursor orbs that we collected along the way. I don't even think I finished exploring the bottom level. Camera's kind of tight in here at the moment, so... And you know what they say about games with tight cameras. Alright, there's nothing down here. Ah, the fucking delayed double jump. I'm telling you, it just swallows my second button press sometimes. Oh, man. 0 out of 10. Awful game. Absolutely terrible game. Definitely not a skill issue. I'm awesome. There we go. Gotta just put you back in it. You know, I'm going to hazard a guess and say this also isn't OSHA compliant, but there's very few areas in this game that are. More of those swingy things. They really like the swingy things. I am ambivalent towards the swingy things. Kebby, we need a Moomy update. How is Moomy doing? Swinging pegs is one of my least favorite mechanics. And what sucks about this game in particular is that these are timed. You have to time it well. If you don't time it well, you're not going to make it. So it's not even like, I'm trying to think of what I can compare it to. This fucking place does not pass OSHA. His ass is not passing OSHA inspection day. Moomy is sleeping. She did come out a bit today. Saw her twice by the water bottle. So, would you say she's getting better, or do you think her condition is just sort of stable? What am I doing? Why am I going backwards? Day before yesterday, she literally just laid in one spot the whole day. There was a Moomy-shaped indent in the hay where she'd been laying. So she is getting better now. It's just, it's a gradual thing, which is fair. I mean, sometimes it takes us a while to not be sick. Up and down as we figure out what works best for her. That's perfectly fine, as long as she's doing better. That's all that matters to me. This fucking second button press is not existent, ever. The vet can't find anything wrong. She just decided to stop eating because she got stressed. You know, I can see why you like guinea pigs so much. There's a resemblance. Just gotta keep her feeling good, chat. See, what you guys don't realize is that Mooney is the coolest wolf. So, you just gotta send all your power. Oh, that's not a thing. Okay, sorry. I thought that was a place I could walk to. It's not. It just looks like it. Okay. Third attempt at this enemy. Hopefully third time's the charm. She's great. She's my favorite guinea pig. And I guess I also gotta ask, anything out of the ordinary for Sherlock and Enola then? How have they been... Finally, fuck you. How have they been coping with, Rosemary being gone? Another guinea pig news, Sherlock is very upset due to not being fed critical care because it is her favorite food. All she wants is critical care. How could you take this from her? Sherlock wants slop. To be fair, slop is good. What's your favorite slop, chat? I like frozen pizza. Frozen pizza is never good, but it sure is. It sure does satisfy a hole in my heart. Specifically, I really like Celeste frozen pizzas. The little I should have saw that coming. The little individual pizzas. Again, it's not that they're good. It's just that there's just something about them that is satisfying. I can't describe it. We're talking literal slop. I like slightly melted ice cream. Yeah, no, I meant just like what people wouldn't consider very good food. But I guess we're talking literal slop. Split between rice pudding and Angel Delight. You know, I'm gonna have to make myself a milkshake again tonight. I've found it's not like I'm doing anything complicated, but I'm stupid. Okay, I see. You got to do the swinging bars. Yeah, they're good. I have this it's like a chocolate chip cookie dough brownie batter ice cream. So basically, it's like fuck it, throw everything in there. It's good. It's good, and then you get your peanut butter in there and all that good shit. Sherlock was definitely shaken, but she's not the kind of guinea pig to stop eating because she's more cuddly though. She needs your support. She needs your support. We all need support, really. Oh, see, that's what I mean. I gotta do all this shit again.
I'll say something really teary at the funeral, like, how am I gonna get Shane back now?
See, my concern, Daxter, is more that I gotta go do all that yet again. That's okay. We're talking about slop, and we're talking about guinea pigs. We're having a good time. This is basically just something for my hands to do, right? Meat and jelly. Gelatinous meat. Seriously, there's something about this double jump that I'm just doing not right, because I think I'm going to do it, and then I just jump into the enemy. I just gotta make a conscious effort to tap it. Like, just really, just hit that button, motherfucker. You know? Because otherwise, I just die a lot. No! Ow. Guinea pig teethers are not... Oh, come on! There's literally health right there. Dax, don't spit in your mouth. Get the fuck off this screen. Relax. Relax. It's all good. It's all good, chat. Yes. So, anyway. Slop. I don't know. I like that he goes right back to using the drill, by the way. He's like, I hate this thing. He throws it, and he's like, well, what else am I going to do? You know? So, I like that. I appreciate that. All I've ever been able to do is just keep trying. I feel that. I feel you, Mr. Drill Man. I know I gotta kill you, but I feel that. I'm on the top layer, right? Okay. Just checking. For context, I've attached their chew bars to the center cage wall on each side, so if they're eating them, they're right next to each other, even if a Nola is still in a different cage, which mostly works. But sometimes they get confused and try to eat the other chew bar. And apparently they also try to occasionally eat each other. Which happens. You know, I've done that before. Oh, I forgot he was there. It's complicated, okay? It's hard. Guinea pigs, they're not very smart. They're lovely, but they're not very smart. Part of living in an apartment, occasionally you just chew on someone else's foot, you know. It happens. It's fine. It's all good, chap. It happens to the best of us. It happens to the rest of us. Alright, first try. Come on. We're gonna do it. This is the run, chat. This is the run. I am gonna make it through this. Okay. Gotta get to that thing. Okay, well I got hurt, but successful. Nice. Quick. Nice. Okay. Good. This is the run. This is the run. Oh, you know what this reminds me of? This part in particular reminds me of fucking Pac-Man World 3. Hey! Wasn't it worth it, chat? See? Wasn't it worth it? I'd say it was worth it. The Bing Bing Wahoo. Oh god. Sorry, the delayed fall damage was funny. Seamless gameplay. Alright, now we're going to do it all over again. Because there was a scout fly up there, and I want to get the scout fly. This stream has gone by pretty quickly. Oh man, am I in a different area? I feel like I'm in a different area right now. No, okay, I know where I am. Never mind. I see. I see. Yeah. This stream has gone by really quickly, though. Honestly, it's been nice. This is the most fun I've ever had with this game. Like I said before, I was a little iffy on it, just because I always, like, walked away from it feeling like, I don't know what the fuck I just played. But now I'm getting into the groove of it. Now I'm starting to understand it, and I like it. It's definitely, you know, it's definitely third place, like between Ratchet, Jak, Ratchet, Jak, and Sly. It's definitely third place, but this is, you know, it's not bad on its own. It's pretty fun. I've definitely, you know, there's definitely a lot worse 3D platformers, you know. Which, I don't know, might sound like damning with faint praise, but really, there are some awful ones, and this one is, I mean, if nothing else, it looks gorgeous. It's a, you know, gorgeous technical achievement. It just also takes the Dune approach and, like, doesn't explain anything, and it's very weird and alien. I'm sure this is a lot easier to understand than Dune, don't get me wrong. I have tried reading Dune. I think I tried reading it twice, and I just could not get into it either way. I think I had a teacher in high school recommend it to me. Oh, what the fuck was that? It's funny, actually, all the talk earlier about how many viewers I have live, on my end, it always freezes at 5. So all I know is that on my end, YouTube only counts the Somnolians. I mean, Kevy, Triss, DCB, Savannah. Savannah's second account. Yeah, 5. We have priority access, it's true. You guys are all of my alts. You guys are the OGs and the VIPs and all them fucking letters. Actually, everyone watching right now is an alt of mine. Hey, listen, I appreciate the dedication. I really do. It's touching. Savannah 1 through 5. Can you imagine the shit that would get done if Savannah had fucking 4 clones? Can you imagine? That's a lot of Slutty Rabbit art or writing. I didn't want you to find out like this, the whole song is my holds. Again, that's touching. Up. Can I go back? Yeah, fuck it, we'll go forwards. Up down there. Yeah. See, chat. Worth it. I'd make Wisp an animated series if there were 5 of me. See, that feels fitting to me. Alright, like if Wisp was gonna be something, it feels fitting that it would be like an animated series. Just if nothing else, because you know, I know that you've mentioned like BoJack Horseman in relation to it. I can see that. Double jump! What's wrong with you? I'm not doing that again. I've been at this part for like 25 minutes. I don't know. I mean, there is launch to the poles. Yeah, fuck it. Well, I guess we'll go one more time. There's no... what else am I doing tonight? You know, I need to launch to the polls. Okay. What else are you gonna do on a Tuesday? Pokemon go to the polls. See, I love that because that was the Skibbity Biden of 2016. I was there for that shit. And then the Democrats went, you know what? Let's do that again. And then they made Skibbity Biden. And who would win the 2024 election was in fact settled that night. I really do love tone-deaf political moments. It's not even so much the politics of it, just so much as like, these people are space aliens. Like, they're insane. And they don't understand anything the kids are into, but they try their best. I love that shit. Or even just like, please clap. Like, iconic. Absolutely iconic. So they were like, oh, you know what the kids are into these days? Skibbity toilet. You know what the adults who vote for Joe Biden are into these days? Skibbity toilet, question mark? Kino. Like, I'm telling you, you could not write an animated series as funny as reality sometimes. What I wonder is why try to appeal to children when you're a political party? Children don't vote. It's not that they can't vote. They're just not interested in voting, of course. I love that. Hey, I liked Skibbity Toilet when I was like 11. So I'm gonna vote for the Democrats. They wish. They wish. They say reality is stranger than fiction. There we go, that's what I needed. They got Skibbity Toilet collectible figurines. I'm genuinely impressed that Valve hasn't gone, where's our pound of flesh about Skibbity Toilet. I mean, that shit is literally using the John Freeman model. And probably other Half-Life characters. I actually have never seen anything Skibbity related. They use G-Man. Yeah, okay, you're right. Nope. Ah, bitch. Frustration. Hey, that's okay. I needed the health. Yeah, they use G-Man. Like, I'm genuinely impressed. Like, Valve was never, like, gone after them or anything, you know? It's peak soft. Hey, listen. It's basically just a more famous version of, like, the Idiot Box. I remember Noel was talking about that on an episode of Maddie where he was like, you know, you think you're so much better. We were laughing at dumb shit like this when we were 11. It's like, it's true. We absolutely were. You know, and this is just like the modern kid version of that. You know. I'm due to watch Team Fabulous again at some point. That shit was funny. Sherlock would love it. Sherlock really is a slop enjoyer. The difference is that I couldn't find any of my dumb internet shit in stores, sad face. But you can now. Oh, actually, fuck. No! I wanted to go over there, and I didn't remember where I was. But yeah, now you can. Have you seen the reanimated collab of Team Fabulous? I have not. To be honest, I have not paid attention to anything like Kideo 706 related since he died. Nyan Cat is stone cold. Jake says that all the time. He describes stuff as stone cold, and I'm like, sorry, I'm too white to understand that. What does that mean? I did. Honestly, didn't like it that much. I suppose it is a nice tribute, though. It is a nice tribute to the man, the myth, the legend. You know? Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think briefly we sold Stone Cold Steve Austin beer. Actually, we probably still do. But I don't work there anymore. Which, by the way, it was funny, actually. I was pissed about it, but it only just occurred to me that the reason I got canned is probably really simple. I said, hey, I want to leave for this period of time, and they went, it'd probably just be cheaper to find another person and train them than, like, deal with the 3 weeks of lost productivity. That's probably the real reason I got canned, which is still shitty, but at least it wasn't like a Machiavellian plot, so I will take it. I literally just said I need to replay this. Hello, lol.jpg. This is my first time playing it. I've just been, like, playing it because I've had a copy of it from, like, a friend that I had in middle school, and he gave me a bunch of PS2 games, and I was like, well, I'm looking for stuff to play. This is on real hardware, by the way. We're not emulating this. This is, like, my real PS2. So I was like, you know what? It's time to dive into this, and it's been pretty decent so far. I didn't understand it for a while, but now I think I do. It's definitely, like I said, my like third place as far as like the you know the Sony mascots of the PS2 era, but it's still really good. Okay, yes, that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted was to be able to reach that fucking platform. Fuck this game. Come on. Let the coughing stop. I feel that. Whenever I'm sick, that's like the worst part. Is just like, you're so fucking tired of just being in pain from constantly coughing. That shit is the worst. Almost. Chat, Kevy is very, very sick, so do send your regards. Hoping she feels better soon. Okay. Alright, now I just gotta make my way backwards. Yes! Oh, man. It feels so good when you actually manage a fucking platforming bit in this game. I'm sick. Moomy's sick. DCB was sick. Because everybody's fucking ill. It's supposed to be the start of summer. Instead, apparently, it's the start of flu season. That's so tragic. Pro gamer moment. That's right. First try. Definitely have not spent 40 minutes on this section. I'm doing great, actually. I can change that. Trispot the plague back from Spain. Damn Spaniards. Having wine with every meal and giving each other Ebola. So, I mean, what else is there still to do? Is this destroy the eco crystals? I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back and start trading out some of these eggs for power cells. Because how many do we have? 57. And what'd she say we needed? 72? 74? Something like that? So, we're not that far off. Destroy the evil Himalayan salt lamps. Not the good Himalayan salt lamps. The evil ones. The ones that seek to destroy the world. Because of course. Come on. Bring your stupid drill over here so I can smack your face in. There we go. Good boy. Whenever I get a cold, I get like 2 symptoms a day for a few days, and today it's coughing and breathing problems. That does suck. Hey, look at that. Look at that Z fighting. 0 out of 10 game. Sucks. I want a refund. I didn't even pay for this game. Absolutely unforgivable. How dare. How very dare. Spin kick the spider in the face. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna trade out some of my eggs. But yeah, no, I do hope you feel better soon, man. On top of everything, being sick is not fucking fun. That's another reason why, like, you know. Just go ahead and enjoy your Elder Scrolls or whatever, because you need to do whatever you can to feel good while you're sick. That's very good. Very good that you're on the tail end of it. Come on! Oh, hey, look, a scout fly box. Yeah, we just need one more. Lava tube. Oh, is this a new area? Wow. Lava tube. I love that. They just pop up the words lava tube. That's all I need to know. Yeah, here we go. This is the way back. See, chat, I'm learning. I'm learning how to navigate.
I've reactivated the gondola. It can take you to Snowy Mountain. Use it whenever you want.
Thank you. That's very generous of you. See, every time I hear the word gondola, I think of that fucking, I think it was a Sean Palmer demo. Although, that's going to be 360 orbs in total, whereas this is 240. So let me clear out the Oracle.
You have obtained another.
Thank you, anime girl love interest. But yeah, there was in the Tony Hawk 3 set for retro achievements, they also have you playing the demo for, I think it's Sean Palmer, Pro Snowboarder, and you have to do a goal called Bonk the Gondola, and apparently everybody, including me, had massive difficulty bonking this gondola. So now every time I hear the word gondola, I'm taken back to trying to bonk this fucking gondola on a snowboard going like 70 miles an hour. And I have 20 pre-Precursor left. Okay, excellent. Cool. Alright, well, I mean, we're only 2 hours in. Let's go down to the lava tube. Unbonkable Dongalonga. Oh, nope, sorry. That's where I intended to go, but then I ended up at the Oracle. Yeah, we were all like, what the fuck is the gondola? And how do you bonk it? And then it turns out that a bonk is like a specific move where you tap your board on the top of the gondola. So you have to get air over this specific gap, and then bonk the gondola. And then I bonked the gondola, and that was it. And then for a little while, I just made fun of anybody on Retro Achievements who complained about the demo being part of the Tony Hawk set. Because it wasn't that hard. You just gotta not suck at life. You do not believe the amount of people who are like, but it's not Tony Hawk. This is keeping me from getting a master. It's like, na boo boo. I did it. That's it. I did it. Reminds me of that part in one of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books where Greg Heffley's mom goes, "Not everyone can be as what'd she say? Not everyone can be as smart as you, Greg." And he's like, "Yeah, you're right. They can't be." Yeah, that's me. Alrighty. Oh, this is going backwards. Okay, never mind. This is where we came from. So, in fact... Wait. There might be scout flies through here.
You don't have enough power cells to get through this.
Oh, no, this is going
You
forwards.
can't get through
Excuse me, I
Fallen
suck.
Light Citadel until you've collected 72 power cells.
72 is what we need. So we need 13 more. The dirty 13, chap. And then I will have 100% beated the entirety of the Jak and Daxter trilogy. I do see that there's so much chatter in Somnolescent on Discord right now, and unfortunately I cannot check. I could check, I guess. I'm just kind of standing on these mine carts. But I'm not going to check. I'm too dedicated to my audience. Of mostly the people in the Somnolescent chat anyway. And this is the way back down there. Okay. So, basically, is it between... Yeah. It's the scout flies and then the orbs, basically. Okay. There has to be, like, one other level, right, through here. I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy, but I feel like for what they want, which is, like, the 72 power cells, I feel like... As we are dedicated to your stream. Thank you, DCB. That's a good lad right there. But yeah, I just feel like for the amount of power cells that they want, there should probably be one more level, right? That's just what it feels like. But maybe not. Maybe I'm just insane. What? Nope, what's gonna make that? Oh man. Surprise. Survive. I mean, I could totally just run around for a bit, you know. Gondola takes you to another level. You're right. You're right. Shh, the anime love interest did just say that. It's a very astute observation. Cammy completely ignoring anime love interest. It's not on purpose. I'm just very busy with, like, the whole... I don't know, I guess we're saving the world now. I thought I was. Do you see the way that Daxter is standing? What a saucy bitch. He's totally doing, like, the fucking... You know the DreamWorks face? He's doing the DreamWorks lean. Saucy bitch. Always trust anime girl. You know what? You're correct. I don't normally subscribe to the whole 2D women thing because I have a girlfriend. But, you know... I think in this case, saucy bitch. That's so sad. It's okay. I'm gonna go back. Oh man. Oh, there's eggs. Eggs. Hells yes. See, I knew we came down here for a reason, chat. How many more eggs do we have for this area? She's not 2D, she's a 3D model. See, but it feels strange to me to say 3D women when I use that to refer to real women, even though she is technically also 3D. 160 of 200. Yeah, well, my girlfriend is 4D, okay? My girlfriend manifests time itself, okay? She's immortal. 5D women. I don't even know what the 5th dimension is. And the thing is, could a mere 3D man handle a 5D woman? These are the questions that we're not asking. I could have just done that. There we go. A dimension of sound. Wow, that's kind of cool. My girlfriend is music itself. That's kind of neat. My girlfriend is Daxter. This is the Dark Souls of Roblox. This is the Dark Souls of Dark Souls, okay? Let's not get it twisted. In fact, let's get it twisted. You will win. Alright. Let's go up to... Let's go up here. I thought you were Daxter. My girlfriend is me? Question mark? This seems incredibly safe and effective. I like that they programmed this in. You whole ass watch the gondola go up forever. That's great. Can you imagine how crazy the temperature difference must be, by the way? Like, to go from, you know, that crazy lava... Yeah, that crazy lava mountain down there to, like, being buried up to your waist in fucking snow. This looks safe like the rest of the mine is. Okay, so some corners might have been cut. I get it. OSHA compliance is not really, you know, a priority. Okay, so if the 4th dimension is time and the 5th dimension is sound, is an explosion fast in the 5th dimension but short in the 4th? I'm not smart enough to answer that question. I'm sorry. It is to have, it's definitely to obscure the loading screen, same as the flying transitions in Spyro. I don't know how these guys deal with the temperature changes. I die. I mean, again, all he's wearing is a tunic and, like, some shit wrapped around his arms and legs. That's it. And he's fine. That shit's crazy. Oh yeah. That spin kick still coming in handy. The eco makes it so he feels warm. In reality, he's freezing. So basically, eco is heroin. Cool. I can dig that. Get over here, you little shit. There we go. That's all I wanted to do, was to kick a rabbit in the face. Whoa! We skating! Oh my... Holy shit. Okay, so it's not just snow now, it's ice. Babe, you should be losing limbs right now. What the fuck? This is Freeze Flame Galaxy. You gotta put $1 in the fucking Super Mario Galaxy jar. Just saying. Did YouTube censor that? What did YouTube censor? Other than every other message. Skyfly. See, it's exciting to find the boxes now because I'm like, hey, I can actually break that open. I think it thought I was threatening you. I mean, if you were, I'd be okay with that. What the? Oh, it's like trying to break the wall. Okay. I was about to say, that's something you'd see at an adult entertainment trade show. Alright, fuck you. We do it for free, and by it, I mean nothing. We watch. We watch as YouTube does everything. By the way, I find it kind of weird. Do you hear that? There's like skating sounds, but it's just skin and leather. Where's the ice skate sounds coming from? It's like coconut sounds in movies. Coconuts don't sound like that. What is it trying? What I would love to know what the message is. Oh, I tried to wait. Okay, I tried to talk about beating Greg Heffley with a stick earlier, and it censored me. I'll do that for you. Greg Heffley, if we ever meet in person, I'm going to beat you with a stick. Okay? There you go. I'm fighting for my life in here. Some rabbits deserve to be kicked in the face. It's true. He must be so cold right now, dude. But again, he's also right next to lava and molten rock, and he's perfectly fine. I'm telling you, this is not a human. This is a space alien. I don't even think he's an elf. He's a space alien. Alright, his skin is actually like multiple acidic alloys designed to protect. It's like, I don't even know. I'm just saying. I think there might be some problems with your science here, Naughty Dog. Alright, you've been very naughty, which means drop your pants. I'm gonna beat you with this stick. Noted personality streaming Marito quoted threatening famous book character Greg Heffley with violencia. Our top story tonight at 10. See, can Jake put that on the evening news in Aliquippa? I don't know where he lives. I have to ask him next time I see him. This is big news. It's important. People need to know. Aliquippa, Georgia. There you go. I don't think I crossed this bridge, did I? There we go. Well, we're gonna cross this bridge. Hey, look! It's one of them bird things! Hails, yes. This is real shit. Why is it ticking? Is there a reason why it's ticking, chat? I don't like that. Why is it ticking? Let me up. Wait, you're not supposed to go. It's an invisible wall for the bird. You're actually not supposed to go over there with the bird. Oh, it's for these platforms. First try. We love our bird thing, chat. You can go around it with a glitch. I believe it. I believe that somebody else has found this invisible wall and went, well, fuck you! Hello, bird thing! This is a good bird thing. Look at him. Yeah! Alright, don't look down now. We're almost to the power cell. Yeah! Oh, it totally does sound like Hackspring. You're right. That's funny. You can take it down to volcanic crater, but it turns invisible. That's neat. I love the weird glitches that people find in these kinds of games. I know that I've seen so many like Sly Cooper glitches lately. Because here's the thing, I'm not logged in on my other phone because I have two phones. I have one that I keep in bed because it's smaller and therefore easier to handle. Believe me, this thing. My main phone, the Hello Moto, that one, is annoying as fuck to try to hold while you're laying down. So anyway, that one I don't keep in bed. But then I have my old one, which I do. And I don't have YouTube logged in on that phone. So as a result, two phones, one for selling drugs. And but anyway, as a result, I get recommended stuff. Smaller and therefore easy to handle. Well, you know what they say about guys with smaller phones. But yeah, so I'm not logged in. So I don't actually have YouTube recommending me stuff on my account. I have that turned off. But obviously when you're logged out, it'll recommend you anything. So as a result, that's how I find a lot of interesting videos, is through... Occasionally it's through the recommendations on the sides of videos, because everybody gets those. But then sometimes it's through front page recommendations on my old phone. And I ended up getting recommended... I think the channel is like called Sly Cooper Coded or something like that. And so many like funky like glitches and stuff about like cut Sly Cooper content. Like there was supposed to be a Monaco level, and they speculate. This is interesting. So Sly 2, of course, is you know, the one where they take on the Claw Gang, and the first Claw Gang member is Dimitri, and everybody else gets 2 levels. You know, Rajan gets 2 levels. John Bisson gets 2 levels. But the only member of the gang who only gets 1 level is Dimitri. Dimitri's level is France, the first level in the game. So they speculated that the second level was not supposed to be India, but actually Monaco, because of A, this cut level, B, the fact that Dimitri only has the 1 level, and then C, the fact that in the cutscene after you leave France, you know, Sly will always say, then we headed down for a week in Bollywood, or whatever the fuck, and they say that they go down to Monaco. So, evidently they were supposed to go to Monaco, but I guess they cut it because they didn't have enough time. That would have been interesting. I would have loved to see what a Monaco in Sly 2 level would have looked like, because the one that's still in the files is kind of like unfinished, you know. So, as a result, I just keep getting recommended like Sly Cooper glitches. There was, I don't know how this worked, but there was one where he managed to confuse a guard on one of the Contessa's levels so bad that it crashed the game. Like, it was just like 45 seconds of this guard being confused about not being able to find Sly, who's right in front of his face, and then the game freezes. It's like, that happened kind of fast. I just assumed Dimitri had 1 level because he was effectively the tutorial. Yeah, no. And not only that, there is actually a comic book, because Sly Cooper, I think the Sly games, I think they came with comic books. Or at the very least, there was comics to tie in with. I know that there was a comic for like the in-between of Sly 2 and 3. There's a comic book where Dimitri is featured, where they do go to Monaco. Yeah. As a result, it was pretty clear that Monaco was set up in all of these different ways, and then they just cut it because they didn't have enough time. And also, there's actually Sly 2 betas out there, which I fucking love me some beta content. You know, I could do a whole stream. That might actually be a good idea for December, the variety December streams that I like to do. I think I might gather up some betas of games that I know really well and go through them with you guys on stream. That sounds fun. 12 people watching. Cool. Sorry, you're not getting any Jak and Daxter at the moment. I'm too busy rambling. Before I continue my point, I'll read what Kebby said. My YouTube recommendations are fucked right now. It's like YouTube forgets everything every few weeks, and then I'll click one video and it assumes that's my only interest. YouTube, for me, is pretty good about recommending me stuff based on all of the kinds of videos that I watch. You know, so, but it is strange. It is strange that YouTube knows. We are in a golden age for cut and beta content right now. Yes. So, you have no idea. Project Deluge is going to continue to be mined for fucking years to come. Project Deluge was Christmas to us in the Guitar Hero community, because that gave us an early version of Guitar Hero 80s, which had some stuff that we knew existed but didn't have copies of, and then fully functional debug versions of Guitar Hero 80s and 2. Like, that shit made Guitar Hero 2 Deluxe possible, and I'm still using Deluxe every single time I'm putting new stuff in the game. Using, not Deluxe, I am using Deluxe, but also debug, because it's just so useful. We're going to be mining that stuff for years and years to come. I haven't even gone through all the stuff that I'm interested in with Project Deluge. I know that there was a version of Tony Hawk 3 that came out during it. I know that there was an early version of Okami that's entirely in Japanese. So, unfortunately, that's not one that we'll be able to go through, although I would love to see. Kebby, do you want to learn Japanese just so you can tell us what's different about this version of Okami in the final? Just saying. But yeah. Yeah, shame we still don't have anything from the Half-Life expansions. I get the impression that the Half-Life expansions they were developed on such a short notice that there really wouldn't be that much cut from them, you know? Maybe. I know very little Japanese for a weeb. Hello, Oscar. Yo, no wonder it's called Project Deluge. This is overwhelming. Yeah, no, Project Deluge is insane. And it's not just PS2 games. There's Xbox games, CDI games, Saturn games. Like, there was a bunch of shit that came out during Deluge. It's crazy. I think they even had PS1 games dumped. So there's like early journalist previews of like Spyro 3 and stuff. Oh, it's crazy. It's 3 cut levels for Decay. Interesting. Yeah, I had no idea. I know very little about Decay due to the fact that it's co-op and thus requires friends. Anyway, there's a lot of co-op games I got to play through at some point. But yeah. Anyway, so Deluge is just crazy though, absolutely crazy. So when that came out, it was like we're gonna be digging through all this shit for a long fucking time. Anyway, but where I was going with that with Sly 2 is that there's early builds of Sly 2 that are floating around, and apparently there was a whole video. I didn't watch the full thing, but the same channel, Sly Cooper Coded, whatever it was called, he was standing there for like 12 minutes on the first India level, the one where you have Rajan's like ballroom and stuff, and he was going, this building makes no fucking sense. Like the scale is wrong, where the exits are don't make any sense like internally from where they are on the outside of the actual building, and they were trying to piece together exactly why, and they think that Rajan's guest house was supposed to be a fuck of a lot bigger, but again, they had to cut it for time reasons. So the actual innards of the guest house and the ballroom and all that don't look correct with what the overworld looks like in the final game. Because they were intending to have it be so much bigger, the overworld be so much bigger, and they just couldn't make it match up in time. Saw a build where you could grab onto a helicopter to get around. That's neat. Yeah, no, I mean, seriously, you could tell, because here's the thing, right? With Ratchet, with Jak, with Sly Cooper, you could tell that they had real big ambitions for all these games. And they were just eventually figuring out, like, the reasonable limit. It feels like an era in video games where video games, they had bigger ambitions for them, but it wasn't just, like, make them bigger and add more fetch quests. It was like, let's have the variety be great. Like you think about with Jak and Daxter, they wanted to do vehicles first time around, and they sort of got it in, but Jak 2 was where they really expanded on the vehicles part, you know. And with Sly, I think they probably wanted multiple playable characters in the first Sly build and just couldn't manage it with the time that they had. But then they expanded it. You got, you know, Murray and Bentley in 2. You got Carmelita in 3. I don't think you can play as Penelope, but I think you play as like her helicopter, which, to be fair, you could also do that in 2. But you get what I mean. They're like giving you new things. They wanted to have like the whole 3D glasses thing. You know, it was like the mid to late PS2 era. They were on the horizon, seeing technology that would blow everything they currently had away. You know. Even Harmonix had that issue where they built the first Guitar Hero. You know, they're like, we could expand this out to all the instruments, and they just couldn't do it with Guitar Hero 2, so they kept it guitar, bass, rhythm, lead, and then for Rock Band they added the drums and the vocals, and then for Rock Band 3 they added in keys. You know, so they're like, we could have and pro guitar and pro bass. You know, they're like, man, we could do so much more with this. And I don't know why, but despite the explosion in the technology available to us with the PS4, the PS5, the PS5 fucking Pro, the Xbox Series X, all this shit, for whatever strange reason, there hasn't been that we could take this concept further. For a couple devs there are, but it feels like they're more focused on just make the world really, really big. But it's not a world with anything in it, you know? So it's just like, it's a lot of running around. It's like Skyrim without the fast travel. So, you know, it's just, again, it feels like we should be able to do so much more than we could have. But the appetite to really expand what the variety is and what the mechanics of these games are, it just doesn't feel like it is there, you know? People like open world games, but there's a difference between, like, it's open and it feels breathing and all that. Like, I remember somebody was describing... It was Drew Gooden, that was it. It was a Drew Gooden video where he was like, these games get so fucking big, I can't complete everything. And it's not like the kind of big where I like want to explore, like Elden Ring. He was like, Elden Ring is a game that I want to see what's over there. And I just see it and I just go over there. But every other big game is like, oh, there's like a thing on my mini map and I have to go complete that to get the percentage to go up. Like, it's the wrong way to do big, you know? A theory I heard today was that around the early 2010s, particularly after The Last of Us, AAA games became more like movies and had a ton of middle management added. Yeah, no, it's all the C-suite people. It's all the C-suite people. It's all the middle managers. You know, you think back, go 30 years back. Go back to 1995, 1996. Quake was built by like 7 people. Quake, the pinnacle of technology for first-person shooters at the time, built by like 7 people. You know, There was no fucking manager. They might have had one person it'd be like, I don't know if that's a good idea. The rest of it, they just fucking built it, you know? And then over time, games became big business, and all of these managers came in, and they swooped in, and they're like, we want our fucking pound of flesh, and that's what they do. They vampirize the process, they don't contribute anything, they suffocate creatives, and as a result, every game is built on this Ubisoft model assembly line, and there's no ambition from the AAA market anymore except to make it bigger and make it more expensive. And I remember, I don't even remember who said this, but it was like there was a guy who was comparing it to the 50s, where they had all of these movies like Ben-Hur, like the remake of Ben-Hur, where it was like 600, 700 people on screen, and it's fucking massively expensive, and the sets are huge. And then in the 60s, they scaled that back, and they were starting to do more small projects with and it's cheaper and it's easier to recoup your costs. Games are going to go through that same thing. They have to, because they're just too big and expensive now. All right, let me actually read chat. Hold on. It works than the obsession with graphics. If you can't push it in any meaningful way, you're just gonna make it shinier. But now what shinier means is, you're fucking using AI to interpolate and do all this bullshit. And it's like, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. It was Yahtzee. Oh, you might be right. It might have been like an extra punctuation. That sounds about right. I liked going on road trips in Far Cry 4. The size of the map made them quite fun. I do like a nice big game. Like, I will tell you, I love the shit out of San Andreas. Do you understand how much time, especially in the end game, I spent driving around the wilds of San Fierro and Las Venturas, and then eventually flying over it? People don't like the flying controls in that game. I love fucking flying planes in San Andreas. Like, that shit is so much fun. You put on the radio, you just go across the map, you land at whatever airport you want. Like, it just feels good. You just go anywhere. Like, and given that there's parts of the game where they stuff you in a small area, it makes it feel so much bigger. I love the road trip aspect of that, but there's a point where it feels too padded, where it feels like you're not going that distance because you enjoy it and you want to zone out. It's because they just need to pad the runtime of the game to make you feel like it's even bigger. It kind of reminds me of how they would make Nintendo games very, very difficult with the express purpose of making it so people can blow through them in 5 hours. That kind of thing. It's a matter of whether developers are making something they want to be enjoyable, or they want to make something that people get stuck in because it looks good to investors. Exactly what I was saying. Yeah. If you make an open world game because you want to and you know what you're doing, then it's a great time, but it's also a genre abused by games looking to waste your time. Very much so. Yeah. And a big game can be fantastic if you're invested, but if you're just wandering around a big field, it's maddening. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's the difference between, again, the world of San Andreas being so big, and it is big, but there's also shit all over the place. You go to little towns, and there's like, little shops that you can go into, and all this kind of shit. And there's like stuff to explore. Sometimes there's buildings that don't make any sense. Like, they're just there. They're leftovers from, like, an earlier point in development. But they're interesting. They're fascinating for that reason, There's stuff to... It feels... Despite how desolate it can feel at times, it's really interesting to explore. And I just don't feel like... I don't feel like every game needs to be that. If you don't have... It's okay to make a linear game. It's okay to make a game that you can complete in, like, 15 hours, And then you mix in the gacha mechanics, and it's actively predatory. Yeah, and that's another thing. They've recognized that the way to make money is to have whales and just make people gamble it. Gamble, idiots. You will win. All that shit. It's crazy. It's absolutely, like, insane that that's how... And the sad part is it works. The reason they do it is because it works. It's actively predatory. It preys on fucking children who are, gambling for fucking, I don't know, Fortnite skins, CSGO weapon skins, whatever the fuck. It's their introduction into a world of gambling. It's the same thing as sports betting. Sports betting is fucking huge right now, and it's unfortunate because it's dangerous. It is a way to fry the pleasure center of your brain, and it works, and they make a lot of money doing it. you know? Speaking of which, got a PC copy of Vice City a few days ago. Problem is, they're now reaching the 60s movie problem where it costs so much that even whale money can't make it profitable. Yes. It's crazy that there are games that cost like $300 million to make. And then, I don't know what you have to break even in video gaming as if your budget is $300 million, but there's a rule of thumb with movies where if your movie costs this much to make, double it for the advertising budget. So, if a movie costs $300 million to make, you will need to make probably like $650 million or something just to eke a small profit. Ideally, you want that shit to be $700, $800, and $900 million. You know, that kind of thing. Every movie is aiming to be fucking the 1 billion mark. But not every movie is A, going to make that much money, and B, needs that kind of budget. But it's all they got. It's all they got, you know. And it's not the creatives, it's not the development teams. You know, the world of making things right now, whether you're making games, whether you're making movies, shit's raw out there right now, man. You know, so it's unfortunate. It's specifically to quote Ed Zitron, it's the class of business idiot. It's people who all they've ever done is go to the right school, I should say. They go to these very famous schools. They get, you know, their masters in business administration. They've never worked a real fucking job, but they know the right people, and there's nepotism involved, and they have a lot of money, and they get put into these fucking gigantic executive positions, and that's what they do. They are effectively the business version of a celebrity who is famous for being famous. And it is absolutely suffocating this shit out of an already choked market. You know, where you're already, even if you are one of those diamond in the rough companies who is like really truly making good stuff, and they do exist, and they're not even that uncommon. What are you competing against? You're competing against garbage. You're competing against old video games, which are cheaper to sometimes free, and that's the thing. You're not competing against the games that came out in 2025. You're competing against all the games that have come out in history, because doofuses like me are sitting here playing Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy instead of going off and playing whatever some indie team just spent the last 2 years working their fucking asses off on. That's the truth of the matter. No wonder these people cannot get ahead. You know, it's a hard fucking time to be creative and try to make it into a living. Thankfully, it still happens. I hope it gets easier. But yeah. Sorry. I keep going on rants. Let me, again, keep reading chat. But yeah, the PC copy of Vice City, I actually have one of those waiting for me in Wales. Kevy has been very, very gracious to keep checking in CEX for me, which I think I've got pretty much everything I could want for a good long while. But again, thank you again, Kevy, for that. The gacha trend started with Valve, and it makes me sad. The thing is, and people, there's two companies in gaming that people pedestalize, and it's Nintendo and it's Valve. Valve and Nintendo have a lot to answer for in terms of really shitty market tactics, but they make the games that people like, and they're very recognizable, and as a result, they get a free pass. Nintendo, especially, has shit the bed through the sheets on the Switch 2. That shit looks like hot garbage, and they have pissed so many people off with the pricing and the terms of service, where they'll literally say, by the way, we can break your Switch 2 just because we want to. Alright? Don't fuck with us. We will break your kneecaps. And people go, I love Nintendo, I'm gonna buy this Switch 2. Like, no. Don't do that. Don't reward bad behavior. And Valve is the same way. I appreciate Steam. I appreciate Half-Life. But Valve, a long fucking time ago, because they're a company that had this novel structure, stopped making games. And now they have so many games that are effectively on life support. Big games, too. Team Fortress 2 is a phenomenal example. How long did it take them to fix the bot problem in TF2? But once they do, people's expectations are so low, and they have such warm, fuzzy feelings about Valve, that Valve gets a pass on it. And it's unfortunate. Again, don't reward bad behavior. You know? Yeah, we have games like Expedition 33 blowing AAA out of the water. What was that fucking game where they had said it was like, this is the first quadruple A game because it costs so much. This game is so complete. This game is so finished and polished. And then it was neither complete, finished, nor polished. and it cost like $400 million to make. Yeah, so Skull and Bones. It failed, by the way. Yes, exactly, it failed. I love how you can hear Cammy lean back in his chair just before ranting. I'm like, let me pontificate about this a little bit. Anyway, yeah, the Switch 2 will be a great buy in 7 years. Funnily enough, I remember saying this about the Switch, the first Switch. I remember for a long time the first Switch was not a good buy. The first Switch, for the longest fucking time, was just Wii U games. Like, bitch, just go get a Wii U. And then finally they started coming out with some actually, like, you know, worthwhile exclusives for it. I think how long did it take them to get Breath of the Wild out? You know? Was Breath of the Wild on Wii U? I might be confusing it with something else. No, I don't think it was. I think that was like the first Switch game that was like, oh, this is a reason to buy a Switch. You know, that kind of thing. If I'm getting a Switch, I'm getting that thing from CEX. I love CEX. Yeah, Concord's a good example of a game that was a very huge corporate thing. To be fair on Valve, they didn't invent gacha. They just made it popular in the West. Whether that makes it better or worse just depends on your purview. I'm pretty certain Breath of the Wild was on Wii U. I remember there was specifically a game that sold Switches. I don't remember which exclusive it was, but it was specifically a game you could not get on Wii U, and it finally justified the purchase of a Switch. Before then, I was like 16, 17 years old, and I looked at that shit and I went, just get a Wii U. If you really want to play those games, just get a Wii U. No one's going to want a Wii U right now. This is your way to play them, you know? I don't know if it was Mario Odyssey. I don't know. But, yeah. So, but the thing about Valve also, yeah, like, these companies, they don't invent these bad things. But they I don't know. I don't think Valve did it maliciously. I don't think any company does it maliciously. It might have been Smash Ultimate. I don't give a fuck about the new Smash Bros. Sounds like a song title to me. Yeah, yeah, no, I do like CEX. All of my PC games that I've gotten have come from CEX, and I've got a bunch of good ones. I've got Oblivion. I've got the first Halo. I don't even remember which ones I've got waiting for me over in Wales. Well, you know what I do have waiting for me though? That was from CEX. The first Gran Turismo, which I already own, but this is a European copy, which means it's different. So that should be fun. Maybe I'll stream a little bit of that. I have been missing the racing game grind a little bit. Just like games where you could just like go through and just grind it out, basically. Like it's a nice zone out game. That's how I took Gran Turismo too. Once I had my good cars, it was just go through it, you know, and just win all the races, and it was satisfying. You put on some Remy Zero, it was a good time. Yeah, that is my reaction to the Switch 2 games I've seen. Exactly. There's no reason to buy this console, these Nintendo consoles, for a while, you know? Especially not when they're this fucking predatory about it. Hot take. Nintendo games have lost their charm because they look like PC games. They were meant to be chunky and low poly. What's funny is that sometimes they look like that and just look like shit. Like the fucking Pokemon games for Switch? Hot garbage. Like, actually fucking terrible. You know? It's crazy to me. That you're a company with that kind of development budget, you know? And I swear those games, they look like Yandere Simulator, where they didn't even have fucking proper shading. What's wrong with you, Nintendo? What is all the money going towards? Cocaine? I wish a better studio could take it. Yeah, Game Freak is a special level of just, like, awful. Like, on autopilot, basically. I love how I keep gaining viewers, even though I haven't been playing the game for a while. I'm just ranting. In fairness, we're having a good talk, chat. Oscar also says, I've somehow stumbled into the F1 rabbit hole. I have been interested in checking out some racing games, some like retro racing games that are not like just Gran Turismo. Like, I know Ridge Racer Type 4 looks pretty good. I have seen that there's been like NASCAR and F1 games. And then also, what's that called? It's the one rally game. I have it on my desktop. Hold on. Let me wait for my Windows XP computer that I have to my left. Let me wait for it to wake up, and I'll tell you what specific rally game I'm thinking of. Come on. Minimize. Colin McRae Rally. That's what it was. Colin McRae Rally. So there's a bunch of racing games that I'm interested in. I definitely want to check out and all that. It's just I can only play so many games. You should put Morrowind on. I don't like Morrowind. I would not have fun playing Morrowind. Oblivion maybe. I've actually been saving Oblivion for when I upgrade the E-Machines box, and put more RAM in it and a proper video card. And I remember actually looking through the recommended for video cards on the unofficial Elder Scrolls pages, just because I was curious. Funnily enough, the recommended video card that Bethesda has listed in their recommended system requirements is actually only marked as a medium card on the unofficial Elder Scrolls pages. I find that interesting. I would have some racing games if I had a steering wheel instead of a flight stick. Honestly, I've never been that kind of person where I really want to have the steering wheel and the pedals and the whole setup like that. I appreciate the people who have that dedication. I'm just not like that. I'll be driving around tomorrow, and that's plenty wheel and pedal action for me, I think. But yeah, the E-Machines box, I love it. It's a trusty little beast, even though it's not very powerful. It's got 512 megs of RAM and a Celeron in it. But you know what? It plays really nicely. Unreal Tournament 99, and really, what else do you need? You know? And Peggle. It plays Peggle. What else do you need? And that's the other funny thing is I'm already not very good at racing games. I'm especially not good at rally games, but I do find them fun. One of the stories I was beta reading had E-Machines turn up, and I thought of yours. Yeah, I do like E-Machines. E-Machines, they never made particularly great machines, but this one, listen, it survived Borb, and now I have it, and I cleaned it out, and it runs great, and I'm very happy with it, and I'm using it every single day. So for me, I'm quite pleased. I have fond memories of E-Machines. I don't know if this one actually is susceptible to the whole capacitor plague thing. I haven't had any issues, and the caps looked fine the last time I had it open. Passed up a really cute E-Machines LCD because I'm sitting on a Comp USA full of monitors already. DCV. I saw a 4.3 LCD monitor. I think it was a ViewSonic. I saw one of those at the flea market. And I was so tempted because I don't know how long I have a CRT hooked up to this machine. And I don't know how long it's going to last. I mean, there's not been any issues with it. Preventative capacitor maintenance. Yeah, but I don't have the soldering tools for it. I don't know what caps it takes. I'm going to take it by the seat of my pants. Anyway, Kevy says you should put Morrowind on your XP box so I can play it. I will. I'll do that. Actually, that sounds pretty fun. I'll do that when you visit, probably next year. 14 people watching. I'm sorry. I know you guys are expecting Jak and Daxter, but instead, you're getting just chatting. Yeah, no, I've had a good time. This has been a really fun stream. I'm very glad that Kebby showed up. I'm very glad that chat's feeling talkative. But we are approaching the 3-hour mark. So I will start to wind it down a little bit, but yeah, I'll put Morrowind on here and you can play it on this thing. Get your first taste of actual proper retro hardware. I think Kebby still has her Windows 7 computer from when she was a kid. I've been meaning to restore that for her, but we haven't gotten around to it. But that's a good time as well. I do have my Windows 7 PC. It should still work. It just has 10 on it. Yeah, I mean, I think, what was it? Did I forget to bring my Windows 7 disc last time or the first time? I don't remember. I am bringing my spare free MC boot card though for you, Kebby. So that way we can get your PS2 working again because I know the disk drive died. Moon. Yeah. Thanks for showing up, guys. Love the talk. Very fun as always. See you guys next week. And I guess that's where we're going to end it off in general, you know. So thank you guys, everyone, for showing up. We'll be playing more Jak and Daxter. We will not be playing more Jak and Daxter next week. That's right. Next week is my birthday. So I'm going to be doing a Dealer's Choice stream. I don't know what I'll be streaming, but it's going to be something that I enjoy. Not that I don't enjoy Jak and Daxter, but I'm just saying it's not going to be Jak and Daxter next week. We'll be back on that the week after. But yeah, so I love you guys. I will see you guys next week for whatever we're going to be playing. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your week. Love you guys. See ya. Marf old stream. I'll be 26. It's wild times. Okay, good night.